Herzlich willkommen zu einer neuen Ausgabe von Ein Bier Zwei Kurze. Diesmal mit einem Bier und zwei Kurzen von der Band Balthazar. Yeah, welcome the Belgian band Balthazar here, or two members of the Belgian band, indie band Balthazar. We've already heard two of your new songs from the new album Rats, and you've recently topped the Belgian album charts, if I'm informed correctly, with that album. Did you expect something like this, or during the recording process were you even thinking about getting into such heights?
No, not at all, because we just recorded the album we wanted to make, and we knew it wasn't maybe the most commercial album, so that's why we were very surprised that it topped the charts.
Okay.
Because we're not really a charts band, but now we were kind of a bit for a moment, so that was
it's
fun in a way.
It tastes like more to be a charts band. It's cool.
But is it something special for you? I mean, if you say you're not a chart band, do you still, get to, you get some kind of satisfaction from it, or do you?
Yeah, of course, but it's not the main goal to be in the charts. The main goal is to make nice music and to make sure to find the people who love it.
Be true and good Christian.
True.
Now I've taken a look at the Belgian album charts when I was researching about your band, and I noticed that that Belgium seems to have a quite good music taste. Because if I compare this to the German album charts, the only thing that was both in the Belgian and the German charts was Mumford & Sons, and the rest was just German music with confusing or bad lyrics. Whereas in Belgium you had Muse, and you had Mumford & Sons, and what else? The XX, Taylor Swift, Hooverphonic. Is it something special for you to be in such an indie scene in Belgium? Or would you say the Belgian indie scene or music scene is different to other countries?
I think we're very much influenced by the Anglo-Saxon music business, by England and America, because all the bands that are mentioned are from those countries.
Mm-hmm.
And Belgium maybe doesn't have that much of a tradition like Germany to promote their own bands and such. So I think that is the difference, actually.
Yeah. Then let's talk a little bit about money. I don't know if you've read an article about Cat Power in the US. Well-known indie musician who also was in the top 10 Billboard charts, but still had to claim bankruptcy because the article said something like, "There's no money in indie business or in indie music."
No.
How do you see that? Do you get to live by the money you make here by touring?
No, it's more investing really. But then it's a good life, so it doesn't make sense to complain about.
Yeah, we didn't start the band to buy a pool. We knew in advance that the pool is a bit too expensive for a musician.
Do you have a plan B for the pool?
Yeah, inflatable pool. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's for this generation obvious for musicians that you won't get that rich, but it's okay. It was a bit excessive in the 90s. Were a bit excessive.
Yeah, okay. Let's talk a little bit more in depth about your new album. It took you 4 years to record Applause, the earlier album. This one went, well, let's say a little faster. Why is that? Why did it take you 4 years and this time just a fraction of that time? And
I don't think it took us 4 years to make the first album. It's just that we waited a long time to start making it because we didn't feel ready for it till then. So once we started, now we're just making more music and more records.
Did you feel more professional, or did you see that there was a process during the recording of the second album?
Well, it was a bit the same like the first album, how we did things. But we were just very young when we started out, so it's normal that you don't release your debut album immediately. And for this album, it went quite quickly. We just wrote the songs immediately after the first album and recorded them in everywhere, from the subway to our rooms, but not really in a studio. So it's not ultra professional, but it's a nicer way to record stuff outside of the studio, into the world, big band world. And we just knew how we wanted it, and yeah, it went quite quickly.
So you've played Sinking Ship, which is a song of the new album.
Yes.
And we thought we could play Battleship because of that with you now. And we're gonna, because the worst cliche that we could think about was playing it with waffles.
Ah, that's cool.
And of course, because Germans like to play with war all the time.
Is it me against him?
No,
or
it's me against the two of you.
Okay.
And the left one is for marking your own, and the right one is for placing a ship. So I'm gonna place mine here.
Doesn't really fit the.
So,
Well, yeah, yes it does.
it's all on the front.
But he can see it. Right. So?
You don't know what you started, man.
We're like.
What is
No,
a Belgian cliche that nobody knows of, but the world should know?
Belgian cliché.
Cliché.
Yeah.
Nobody knows about Belgium, so you say the cliché, I'm gonna.
How about a German cliche? I mean, have you been to Germany a lot? You've played here in the Gleis 22 already.
Yeah, we did the support of Place to Bury Strangers.
Yeah.
3 years ago already.
And how is it to come back and suddenly be a headliner, and it's gonna be a fairly big crowd, I guess?
Yeah, we hope so. We'll see. That's great, of course. It's, but then we try not to think too much about it because
Okay.
it makes things confusing.
Okay, let's start. You start because
Okay.
you're our guests here.
I say C3.
C3, and that is a hit.
Yeah, we knew it.
So I mark it C3.
Yes. So I say C4.
No, nothing.
Nothing.
Plums. We say plums. What do you say?
Plumps.
Okay.
Voilà, plums.
Yeah.
Okay, plums.
Plumps. So it's your turn again.
To C.
No, that's a miss. I say B2.
It's a miss.
Plums. B3.
That would be a hit, I guess.
Right.
The chips are a little bit bigger than the
We have
waffles.
you in the corner.
Yes, I know. Let's talk a little bit more about your country. I mean, you sing in English.
I think we just started out singing in English because it's a very good, easy language to sing in, better than in Dutch. Dutch sounds a bit, well, especially our dialect. We have a severe, ugly dialect,
Okay.
so
Yeah,
that was not an option. And our French is actually our second language, but yeah, it's more difficult we think than English.
Okay.
Maybe in
so
the future.
you can sink my ship now if you want to.
Oh, isn't it your turn? Yes, it's your turn.
Is it?
Yes.
I have 2 misses and you have 2 hits.
I have 2 hits and 1 miss.
Oh, you have 1 miss. So I say D3.
Blooms.
That's not possible.
So now we have. You say.
Okay, 3A.
Yeah, I guess it's, as I said, the ship is a little bit bigger. I think you sunk it.
Okay.
There would be one in the middle, but it's okay. I give you the credit for. You only had 1 miss.
Yes.
That's very good.
We told you.
That's probably why you topped the charts also.
We sank all the others.
Gonna ask you 3 more quick questions. You can eat them if you want to, yes? Are you hungry?
We're spoiled. We got a lot of food, but...
Okay, is there anything you miss on tour? Because you have a quite lengthy tour now, right?
No, we don't. Maybe a really good bed. We sleep in the bus. It's quite heavy, like small beds. But we're young, and we manage.
Okay. So the 3 quick questions, and then I'm gonna release you and wish you good luck for the show tonight. I'm gonna give you 2 alternatives, and you have to pick one. So is it mannequin piss or atomium?
Mannequin piss.
Okay. Is it German or Belgian beer?
Belgian beer.
Yeah, that's an easy question.
Okay, very patriotic. And is it a country with or a country without government?
It's a country with too many governments.
Okay, thank you very much for coming here and into Bootsbierstube, a very legendary place, I have to say. You might end up here after the show, even. Thank you, and good luck for the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.